Have you ever stopped to wonder what exactly Delilah whispered into Samson's ear? What kind of words could break a man who was considered a judge and a warrior blessed with superhuman strength? What was it about Delilah's whispers that made the mighty Samson surrender, leading to the loss of not just his power but also his sight? Why did he choose to reveal his greatest secret to her? Could it be that in his final moments, Delilah's words rang true, was beautiful and charming, living her life under the oppressive rule of the Philistines? And her family free from Philistine bondage, granting them freedom and a reward. This revelation adds a layer of complexity to Delilah's character, portraying her not as a villain. Just as catfishers reel in their unsuspecting victims, Delilah reels in Samson, luring him into a world of deceit and manipulation. She plays the role of the helpless captive, expertly weaving a narrative that tugs at Samson's heartstrings. Samson, despite his flaws and weaknesses, emerges as a tragic hero. Hope you found this exploration of manipulation and betrayal as insightful as I did. Remember, just as Samson was captivated by Delilah's charm, we too must remain vigilant against those who seek to exploit our trust. Stay strong, stay wise, and always remember the power of discernment in the face of adversity. Until next time, stay curious, stay resilient, and above all, stay true to yourself. His superhuman strength and unwavering spirit make him a symbol of resilience and power, even in his final moments. Delilah, on the other hand, transforms from a manipulative femme fatale into a symbol of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the destructive nature of deceit. It's a tactic as old as time, yet as effective as ever. And as Samson falls deeper into the trap, the stakes escalate. Delilah's facade begins to crack, revealing the cunning and ruthlessness that lie beneath. She turns on the charm, showering Samson with affection and promises of a shared future. This manipulation tactic aligns with the concept of love bombing, often employed by narcissists to ensnare their targets. By bombarding Samson with an overwhelming display of affection, Delilah creates a sense of urgency, making it difficult for him to resist or question her intentions. She envelops him in a whirlwind romance, leaving him little time to think clearly or consider the warning signs. As the story progresses, the intensity of Delilah's manipulation becomes evident. She doesn't just want Samson's love, she wants his trust, his confidence, and ultimately his weakness. Through a combination of flattery, emotional manipulation, and strategic questioning, Delilah gradually breaks down Samson's resistance, inching closer to the coveted secret that could turn the tide against the Philistines. But Samson, caught in the throes of love and desire, remains oblivious to the danger lurking in Delilah's heart. But as a desperate woman caught between her personal desires and the demands of her oppressors, Delilah, armed with Samson's love and secrets, now feels invincible. Her manipulation has reached its zenith, and she confidently approaches the Philistine lords, ready to claim her prize. Blindfolded and bound, Samson is led to the temple of Dagon, the Philistine deity. He's not just a prisoner, he's a trophy, a symbol of the Philistines' victory over the Israelites. The irony is palpable. The man who once symbolized strength and power is now the epitome of vulnerability and defeat. As the Philistines celebrate their triumph, they have no idea that they're dancing on the edge of disaster. Samson's humiliation and rage fuel an internal fire, a dormant power waiting to be unleashed. Suddenly, Samson cries out with a mighty roar, shaking the foundations of the temple. The Philistines, caught off guard, flee in terror as the pillars holding up the temple begin to tremble. In a final act of defiance, Samson leans against the pillars, channeling every ounce of his strength into one final stand. The temple collapses, taking the lives of Samson and the Philistines alike. There's no victor, no survivor, only the dead. With her family's future hanging in the balance, Delilah found herself at a crossroads. The Philistine lords promised her everything she ever desired: freedom, wealth, power. But to obtain it, she needed to capture the heart and secrets of none other than Samson, the legendary Nazirite warrior. The stakes were high, and the consequences dire. Should she accept this perilous mission, or defy the Philistine lords and risk her family's safety? Torn between her personal loyalties and the promise of a better future, Delilah made a choice that would change her life forever. Samson, on the other hand, was a judge, a Nazarite warrior set apart for God, whose strength was unmatched. Now, as the story unfolds, we witness the initial stages of Delilah's manipulation. She begins by feigning innocence, asking Samson why he truly loves her. This innocent facade is a clever ploy to disarm Samson and gain his trust. It's a way for her to assess his feelings and lay the foundation for her deception. But Samson, unaware of her ulterior motives, responds with genuine affection, sharing the depth of his love for her. Each loving word spoken by Samson is another brick in the wall around his heart, slowly constructing a barrier that Delilah must eventually breach to succeed in her mission. Little does he know that each response brings him closer to his eventual downfall. As the story progresses, the weight of Samson's love becomes evident. Delilah realizes that winning his affection is only half the battle. She must also find a way to break through his defenses and extract the secret of his strength, yet she remains persistent. Like a skilled psychologist, she probes further, asking him to divulge his innermost thoughts and feelings. With each passing day, she chips away at his resolve, creating cracks in his carefully constructed emotional armor. Samson, blinded by love, continues to open up to Delilah, unaware that he's revealing not just his heart, but also the very core of his being. He believes he's found someone who understands him, someone with whom he can share his deepest secrets, but he's mistaken. Delilah is not there to understand. She's there to exploit. And as he reveals more of himself, he inadvertently hands over the keys to his own captivity. His path crossed with Delilah's, marking the beginning of a dangerous entanglement. Despite their differences, Samson was captivated by Delilah. Their relationship developed into a romantic one, leaving Samson enmeshed in a web of emotions and loyalties. This part of the story echoes the classic tale of Beauty and the Beast, where the protagonist is drawn to the allure of the seemingly untouchable beauty. However, unbeknownst to Samson, Delilah had a hidden agenda. She was not just a captive Philistine woman. She was a pawn in a larger game, orchestrated by the Philistine lords. Her connection with Samson was no mere chance encounter. It was meticulously planned by the Philistines, who sought to exploit Samson's strength for their own nefarious purposes. Did she genuinely love him enough to wish for his release from a burdensome secret? Did she plant these seeds of temptation out of genuine care? Or was she merely a master manipulator, looking for an easy win? Perhaps a bit of both. In today's reflection, we delve deep into the intriguing narrative of Samson and Delilah, exploring how manipulative tactics, still prevalent in our modern world, are used to gain advantage over others. Join me as I guide you through the timeless tale, highlighting the subtle psychological tactics employed by Delilah to manipulate Samson into revealing his deepest secret. Prepare to uncover the dark truth behind the seductive whispers that led to the downfall of a legend. As we unpack this gripping story, I invite you to embrace its lessons as a tool for personal growth and empowerment. By shedding light on the manipulation tactics of a Delilah, we aim to fortify you against such deceptions and empower you to navigate the complexities of human relationships with greater wisdom. Let us embark on this enlightening journey together. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to stay informed about our latest videos. Give us a like and share this video with those who might benefit from it. In the beginning, Delilah probably appeared as a harmless Philistine woman. Their proposition to Delilah was straightforward. She could extract Samson's secret, the source of his extraordinary strength. They would set her embracing the challenge. She embarked on a treacherous path that would lead her straight into the heart of Samson's affections. This part of the story mirrors the modern phenomenon of catfishing, where individuals create fake online personas to deceive others into emotional and sometimes financial commitments. And now, we come to the climax of this captivating tale. The moment when Delilah's manipulation reaches its peak and Samson's resolve crumbles like sand through his fingers. As the dust settles and the echoes of the collapse fade away, the story of Samson and Delilah takes on a new meaning. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the timeless tale of Samson and Delilah.